Hello. Good morning. Well, it's evening at the moment. My bad. Well, hello. Also, I just realized. Hold on. My voice is spiking a little bit. Let me pull it back a little bit. There we go. Okay. I apologize if my voice spikes at some point. I'm fucking with a new voice changer, so all of the stuff is still a little bit. Well, I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it, so my apologies if it spikes a little bit. I'm trying not to spike it too much. I'll pull it back a little bit more. There we go. It should be fine. It shouldn't spike over, but we'll see. We'll see. I was fucking with the new voice changer, so hopefully this is fine. If it does spike, I apologize. I apologize. It's not my intention to spike it too high. But yeah, all the settings are still. I'm still working on the settings a little bit. I was like fast doing setups like 2 seconds ago, like a couple seconds before I started the stream. So hopefully it's fine. I still don't know how that sounds, but I'm hoping the voice changer is sounding fine. I think it does. Well, at least on the recording it sounded fine. To me at least. I'm hoping it sounds fine to you guys as well. Please do let me know if you're like, what the fuck? You don't even sound like that. What is going on? My apologies. My apologies if it sounds like that to you guys as well. I should probably put my voice sounds a little bit lower so you can't hear it through actual headset. So there we go. Much better, much better. I think we're all set. I think, hopefully. If we're not, then that's my bad. Okay, that's my bad. If we're not set, then that's my bad. I know. Sometimes I am a little bit all over the goddamn place, and today is one of those days, okay? I am indeed all over the goddamn place. I will probably fuck with the settings a little bit more because I am terrified of spiking the sound too much. Because like I have very high sounding voice, so that's like my biggest fear. My biggest fear is my mic sounding like I'm a 12-year-old little boy. Hopefully that's not the case. Okay, it be like that sometimes. Okay, we try hard. We try hard. I did free you guys, did I? Yes. Okay, perfect. I am all over the place, okay? My apologies. I tried to do like the command stuff and stuff like that as well today, so they don't work. I can't I can't figure out what I need to do on iPod. I don't understand the iPod stuff. I just genuinely don't understand it. I tried to like look up some like tutorials on how people have like used Nightbot before. I don't fucking understand it. I have no fucking clue how that shit works, okay? I tried. I will probably need to look up some more tutorials. Like, these are the things you need to do. Then I'm like, okay, now I see. I am dumb. I don't understand. I need clear instructions. Okay, but anyways, that is still I'm still working on it, okay? I'm still fucking working on it. It is happening at some point. Once I stop being stupid about it. For now, at least, it's gonna be fine. It's probably fine. But I apologize. No complicated commands still. My apologies on that. The socials thing works, and all the other social stuff, those work. Those I got to work. I also got, I think the moderation, Nightbot moderation, is actually, I got it working, like somewhat okay. It should be fine now, I think. Pretty sure it should be working, okay? I'm like 10% sure. 91% sure. Okay, I will say like maybe. I genuinely don't understand the shit about it, okay? I don't. Anyhow, we're gonna be building today. We're gonna continue the mansions just so I can keep on doing that even offline maybe. unless we really want to see me place block by block everything constantly. I mean, I guess we could. I forgot you guys can't see shit. Okay, my bad. My bad. You didn't miss out on anything. I was just kind of dancing over here. But anyways, we are gonna be doing this. So unless you guys want to see me again place everything here, we're just gonna leave it for me offline to do. Unless you guys really, really do enjoy watching me suffer. I mean, I know you guys probably do, but we don't have to disclose this, okay? You can pretend like you don't. But yeah, this is as far as we have gotten so far. So we have the first floor somewhat done. It still needs some like what is the word that I'm looking for in English? Details. Thank you. It needs still some like details and stuff, but like I would say it's fine. Like we do the details at the end. Will I forget to do details? Most likely. Let's be real. Probably. It is very likely. It is highly likely that I will. I am very good at forgetting to do the details. Besides the point, I thought we could start uh doing a little bit detailing starting the second floor. Hopefully we get the second floor like at least at some point to the point where it's like somewhat done at least. I don't know if we're gonna place everything today necessarily, like all of the walls and stuff like that, because that's a lot of walls. We didn't even make it like on the first day, so I doubt we will. But like we can always wish. We can have a wishful thinking day. I doubt we will, but at least like seeing a little bit where everything is going, we can start like focusing on what we want the windows to be at, stuff like that, where we want to start the third floor, because this is gonna be 3-floor mansion. And it's a gigantic one, so it's gonna take a little while. Most likely gonna take us a long time to build, but I am up for the challenge. Since it is the only big building in this whole place, okay? I've allowed us to do one gigantic building in each of the villages. But we will not do like multiple big buildings. It's only gonna be one gigantic building each village. So we do have the mushroom village over yonder, over very far away from that way, which does have like the actual mansion we did for ourselves, and also a whole ass village, a whole ass mushroom village. And this place is the ghost version of that village. And because we do have a gigantic mansion in that one, I was like, we could do like one big building. I don't usually do too much like bigger buildings and stuff like that. I most of the time I am in pain when I try to do big buildings. Which I mean that hasn't changed. I'm still in pain. Will I be complaining the whole time? Yeah, most likely. I'm very good at complaining about things, okay? It's my specialty. I take great pride in being good at complaining about things, okay? It is my special skill. I shall never forget that. Especially when I'm building like big buildings. I'm not in that much pain when I'm doing like smaller builds. Oh, I should probably show you guys for those who haven't seen this place before. Okay. So this is gonna be your floor, as you can see probably. I thought it was kind of obvious, but besides the point. This is the entrance. This is what you're gonna be able to see from also the second floor, and also probably from the third floor as well. But I was thinking like the third floor. I think I will do like maybe spiral going this way, and then maybe having it spiral this way, maybe, so that the third floor would be like more covered from here. But then you will be able to see like the head from very high up. That's kind of the idea at least. I still don't know how I want to do that, or if I just leave it the same way the second floor is gonna be, which is just very high walls. Haven't decided yet. at least. Oh, also, we did do like smoke effects for the walls. So as you can see, this you can see the tinted glass on the other side. But once we go out, you can't really see the red glass at all, which was the kind of the idea. And also that it's not like so see-through, because it's after all it's a mansion. You shouldn't be able to see inside. But I wanted to give it a little something something. So it does have the smoke effect made with campfires. It doesn't make this whole place really laggy. Yes, it does. It is a very intense for the whole place. So for those who might not be experts on Minecraft stuff, campfires are like technically considered animated, and everything that is technically quote unquote considered animated usually are very intense for servers and stuff. So I don't highly recommend necessarily using campfires as intensely as I do. This is a single world, so it's not as much of a problem. But let's say this building was in like a server. Let's say this place was in a server. This building would be absolute fucking nightmare. This place would be a fucking nightmare. And I'm not exaggerating. I'm not. Because campfires can, especially if there's a lot of campfires, this is also just in case you have wondered, I recommend using maybe fire. Fire is less intense on places like servers and stuff. Uh, Campfires definitely can't recommend. I would like if you want some kind of effect in the walls, maybe lava or water is a better option than campfires because again, campfires are high intensity, to say the least. I am looking for the chiseled blackstone, but I cannot find it. Aha! Second I say I can't find it, I find it. This is. Uh, let's not question it, okay? Anyhow, as I was saying, I don't know how high walls I want to make for the second wall. I might even tear this down and start the walls lower. But I was thinking like maybe 2 blocks up. That way I can have chiseled and then the brick, like the blackstone brick. Did we use blackstone brick or did we use the other one brick? The other brick, deep slate brick. Because one of those we used, but I don't remember which one. But I wanted to use chiseled and the blackstone brick. I'm pretty sure it's blackstone brick. Like I'm like 10% sure it's blackstone brick. They look very much the same to me. So so it could be either or. Just they look very similar. I know they are not the same and they are not like even close to each other, but the name is too close, so I think I win this round. Anyways, we are gonna add that as well, and then we do the glass again. So this is a shitload of glass. For those who are wondering, is this gonna be able to be made in survival? The answer is fuck no. I'm just letting you know right now, you will not be able to do this on survival. There's no way in hell you find that much amethyst as this place needs. I genuinely doubt you will. Like I don't doubt it in a way that it's like impossible. I think it's like completely impossible in a way that I think like let's just say it's a lot of glass. And tinted glass is intense to say the least. Even just the amount of regular like stained glass I've used on this building probably breaks some laws of physics, I would say, probably, most likely. Did I go a little overboard with all of the materials that I've used on this? Yeah, yes, I did. Is it a good thing? I would say that's debatable. Did I make this maybe a little bit intense? Yes. Am I going to fix it? Fuck no. Is it gonna stay intense? Yes. Yes, it is. Maybe because it's like single world, I can just like test out some stupid shit. And I love testing out some like the most insane and stupidest shit I can come up with. If you ever wonder why I do survival and then I don't do like half of the buildings on survival that I do on creative, mainly because like most of my creative builds are questionable at best. Questionable to say the least. In most cases, I would describe them maybe a little bit too much, you know? They can be a bit much. I do sometimes, occasionally, like the smaller build stuff I do, they usually are something you could recreate on survival quite easily. Like they could be done in survival is what I mean. Like they are not impossible in survival. They are just intense, I would say. Some of them are a little bit intense. And I do like to like use creative in a way that I can like just create builds and then recreate them on survival, but add a little twist on them on survival. Because usually like I like using very rare materials in creative because it gives me like an idea of what I can do if I become rich somehow in Minecraft, you know? I doubt I will, but like, you know, one can dream, right? So that just like gives me an idea of what I could do. And it also has taught me, like those who are like, oh, how did you learn how to build and shit like that? I just created a creative world and didn't stop. Did not stop for quite a while. Honestly, it I built at one point. I think I built like 5 buildings in one day. So like so like it was intense, which is also why I like showcasing to people how to build like smaller builds because I know it can be like really hard and difficult when you don't know what to do and what you could use as building blocks and stuff like that. It can be a little intense to get into. But do I recommend someone starting to create a mansion if that's like the first thing they've ever built? No, I don't. I really don't. The only thing I will judge you for if you build a dirt hut, that is the only thing I will be judgmental of. Okay, that's the only thing. Everything else is like you tried, you know? You really tried, and that's all anyone can really ask, except when you build dirt huts. That I will judge. then that I can and I will judge. Okay? That's just a given. I think something like this could be a nice little touch here. Oop, and then we can loop this like downwards a little bit, like that, to create a little bit more detail. And then I think I will add a slab there as well, but I don't know what kind yet. But this is a good starting point. Also, this gives like a little bit more detail to the place. We are gonna use fences and also walls to create more like curved looks, and also to give it a little bit more intensity and to give it a little bit more structure, but also in a good taste. Is it gonna be a little bit interesting look? Yes, most likely. Most likely. Is it gonna be fun? Depends how you see what is fun. You know? I went too far. Hmm. No, I broke it. Wait, I had a face here, didn't I? I know I used a face at some point, but I don't remember if it was this time. Maybe. Face. I'm just gonna add faces. You know, we can always add a couple more faces. There can never be enough heads. That's what I've learned about Minecraft. If you want to decorate in Minecraft, there can never be too much heads. There just cannot be. Also, too much amethyst, that's not a thing. That's just not a thing. That's not a real thing. It doesn't happen. Those are the rules. The rules are there are no. Have you seen floating houses? I doubt there really is any rules. Th- At least there isn't. I doubt there is any rules. So go wild. That's the rules of building. Anything can look good except dirt. That's how it goes. You can't change my mind on the dirt. Just can't. There is no way anyone can ever show me a house made out of dirt that looks good. That just doesn't exist. It's a myth, not a real thing. Everything else I can accept. Like I can accept everything else except dirt huts. Everything else it's like you are still learning. Even if it looks wacky, you're still learning. But like dirt hut, really? Like they're not even a cobblestone. I understand. Cobblestone is a good building block, but like dirt, really? Like yeah, there's an upgrade which is called cobblestone. It's a little bit like more. It's also better. It looks nicer. I'm just saying. I'm just giving an option for not using dirt. I know. I know. I'm very judgmental. Thank you. I know how that word works. Thank you. Thank you. I tried very hard. Also, I noticed something. I hope my noise gate is fine because it spiked quite a nice last time when we were. I was watching the VOD back and I was like, "Holy shit! Do I sound horrifying when I don't have a voice changer?" For those for context, okay. A few weeks ago, I lost the voice changer that I used before, and then just sounded horrifying. And then after that, I've been sounding horrifying. So yeah, that's the whole story. To be honest, I think that's nice starting point. I mean, we are gonna add still quite a bit more, but I think that's like a good little something something. Now let's pull this upwards a bit more. We want the second floor to not be like completely smaller than the first floor. Like it's gonna be shorter than the first floor for sure. But I mean, 2 blocks that's a little too much. Like that's a little short, right? That's a little short. Like we could do better than that. Maybe 3 blocks. 3 blocks could be enough. We never know. We never know until we see it. Oh, I almost placed it on the sideways. That was probably not a good idea. I'm not gonna lie. Hmm. Ooh. I have an idea that I'm not entirely sure if I want to do because we already have the cow face, right? We have the cow face fountain already. So I'm not entirely sure, but I was thinking once we have like all 3 stories, I don't know if any of you have seen the Picasso we did like very, very long time ago. I showed it a few episodes ago, but I was thinking because the bee castle has like a face, like half face of a bee. I was thinking like, what if we do something similar but with the cow? I know. I'm fully aware that I was in a tremendous amount of pain when we were making the cow face fountain, but I could be a little bit in pain if we made that happen. I could maybe be in pain just a little bit more if I get a beautiful, cow face. Secondary option. We could also make a gigantic mushroom or a ghost. Both are options. Which one do we think is like the best option? It's like we could do either a cow, but we do have a cow already, right? We have the mushroom cow. Don't have a mushroom yet. We could do that at the front, like a half mushroom. So it's like just the front of the mushroom. That could work. That could work. We could do that, or we could do the mushroom cow's face, just the face, not the whole cow. head, like we did on the fountain, obviously. But like just the face. Slap it on the mansion. Or we can do just the mushroom, but at the front, like do the version of the mushroom. Maybe we can do like a custom made one. We could do a shroom cow. We could do what else can we do? What else is there? I guess we could do like you guys' face, I guess. Like the chat's mushroom. Chat mushroom. I don't know what I will call it. I don't know what I will call the chat's mushroom. The shrooms. Thank you. But that's how it's definitely said. Yep. We'll pretend like that's a thing. But the mushroom I have for the shrooms, the little shrooms, like one of the emotes. That's the word. Thank you. I forgot the English word. I've been lost with my English since I came back. I have not spoken any English in a week, and now I don't know how to speak English anymore. I've lost the English. English has been gone. English is no more. Thank you. We have lost the English. It took a week. Oh, I can't even imagine how bad my English would sound if I took like a month off from streaming. I would probably sound very Finnish when I speak. I would say I sound like half Finnish. Some people have actually thought that I sound not Finnish, which is funny to me. It is incredibly funny to me. Because, when I started streaming, my English was quite Finnish English. For those who don't know what that sounds like, the way you write the word is the way you say the word in Finnish English. So let's say, for example, I don't know what word would be the best example of that. I don't even know. It's so hard. I really try. Like I have to try very hard to actually like think in Finnish English. It's a challenge. It's a talent. I would say it's a talent to know how to speak that word that way. I would say it's a talent. I don't even know. Like about, right? You write it a boat, right? So that's technically how you would say it in Finnish English. It's like a boat. A boat is. I think that's like close enough. I have to concentrate very hard on trying to speak Finnish English. It takes a while, but it's like the way you like write it is the way you speak it. Basically, every like letter, the way you write it is the way you say it. That's Finnish English. That's how it's pronounced. It is very funny to me. Sometimes I have to like very hard concentrate. So also my words don't sound like that, but it's funny. It's very funny. It has some moments. It has some very funny moments, to be fair. There we go. I think that's gonna be the last. So we do still one with the red, and then we do the jizzle and also the mushroom. And I think that's gonna be the second floor. And then we have to just figure out what is gonna be the third floor. This was very fast. I've been talking too much. I think I'm losing touch of the time again by just talking too much. What can I talk about that doesn't make it sound like I'm talking way too much? I don't know actually. I've been trying to like talk less lately. I don't know why, but I've been trying. I feel like I talk every time I'm like streaming. I feel like I talk like way too much. It's like overbearingly amount of talking from my end. But I also sometimes forget like to not speak so much. I feel like I do it on purpose occasionally. Ooh, okay, that's gonna be the second floor, and the third floor is gonna be way smaller. Okay, I want to do a little slope. Like we have here like a tiny slope like this. But I want the third floor to be sloping hard. Like we want this slope to be like Wah. Okay, we gotta go inwards. Joink. That's how we gonna do it. I know that description probably sounded very bad. We we want the slope to go a lot that way. We want to go like tweong. Okay, that's you're welcome. That description, you're welcome. Occasionally, my descriptions are incredible. They just I should probably have like a what is it called like a prize for every time I just come up with a new word. I think we should infiltrate this. Every time I give a new word, because I have no idea what the actual word is, just gonna give me a reward, like slap a sticker on it. Like sticker that just says winning. That would be nice. Can we do that? That would be awesome. It doesn't have to be like anything too special. Just a sticker that says winning. That would be nice. Thank you. Thank you. That I would want that. Why? Because I feel like I've earned the sticker, you know? I think I've earned the sticker at this point. Ta-da. Ooh, okay, chiseled is what we're gonna go with. And then we're gonna start doing the slope for the third floor, which is obviously gonna be Blackstone. I almost forgot what that's called. My bad. My bad. I almost forgot what it's called. Occasionally I forget what things are called. The thingy, the thingy. Thank you, thank you. That's definitely what it's called. Yep, definitely. 100%. That's what it's called. Yep. Hmm. I don't even know if I'm ever gonna fill anything inside this house. Is it gonna be forever empty house? Most likely. Let's be real. It's like 29% surely it's gonna be an empty house. That happened to other mansions that I've made. They are all just kind of empty. Um, empty from the inside. All right, second floor is done. I should probably fill this up a little bit at the from here, from here, just so I can see like where the actual second floor is starting and ending. That way, I have a little bit better understanding how the third floor is gonna be starting as well. Because I just need to see it. Like I need to visualize it. I just need to be able to see how it's done. That way I can just fill this up later. You know, it's just placing blocks. But I need to visualize how much I need to go inwards to be able to actually make the third floor work. Okay, we're gonna have plenty of room if I start the third floor here, right? Yeah, okay. I think that's gonna be more than enough space. It's quite low ceiling, not gonna lie, but I think it's gonna be fine. Plus, we're gonna slope that way anyway, so it's gonna be fine. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Now, how on earth am I gonna do the slope? Is the next and the best question I've had all day. I do not know the answer for this. I could use brick stairs. Like, we could do something like this, maybe, and slope it like this. But I don't know if that will look bad because I'm gonna need to do this as well, and then also obviously the red one. So it's gonna be something like this. I could do like half roof. Like we could do like a half roof so that when this ends, like let's say this, then we do another one that starts from here, and then we do this, and then we just go upwards. We could do something like this, right? Now we're sloping that way slowly but surely, and also we're not losing like the vision. The vision is still like here. You are gonna be able to see everything, but it's just sloping ever so slightly that way. I do not know if I should. I don't know how to make the walls. That's the problem. Like I want to slope it like this way, but where do I want to start the floor from? Like I could do like floor here if I do third floor like high up, but like then we have just massive ceiling. Like we have so much space at the top. You know? Do we want that? Hmm. I guess it could look nice, you know? It could look nice. Let's see how this would look. If I add this here, and then let's say this is the second last layer, and this is like where the actual floor for the building starts, so we don't see it from the outside. I don't want to see the floor. I don't know if I want to see the floor. But then that's how it goes. And then it starts normally with the chiseled, I think, like this. So we do chiseled. Oh, actually, we're gonna have to still go inwards a little bit because we have this here, well, and then we do the floor. Wait, back, like something like this, maybe. You know, and then we have after that we have obviously the glass. Wait. I will go at the end. I'm just visualizing like how this is gonna work out. I'm doing a little spot to actually like do the spot that I want it to be. That way I can like just copy paste that basically over and over again. It's gonna be a little bit easier process that way, most likely. Unless it's not gonna be an easy process, then well, sucks to suck. And I think that's how high it goes. And then after that, it starts just making the ceiling. Because the ceiling is gonna be swoop. So I think that's a good start. And then that's how it goes. Because now we have like a little bit room at the top as well. And however, this is gonna go anyways, like something like this. Anyhow, also we are gonna have the chiseled still at the top as well. We could do bricks at the top, but I feel like that's too much. So it's actually gonna end something like this, and then we're gonna start making the roof like from here. And the fact that this is the similar style as the roof is, I think is just gonna be spot on. And then the roof starts something like that. I think that's how it's gonna go. Because that's gonna loop a little bit. Now we have one floor, two floors, and then third floor, right? One floor, two floor, three floor, and then we have the roof. I think that's gonna look nice. It's gonna be massive, that's for sure. But it's gonna have that little slope, you know? Not gonna be just flat wall, which is nice. I do love that for me. I think I will just do that, you know? It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. I kind of like the spot we did, so. Oh, also the corners, I will probably do just regular, like this. 'Cause you can't spin them too well. So I think something like that for the corners. We might have to do a little twisty on the corners nonetheless. So I think it's fine. We just do something like this here. I guess we could maybe use slabs as well for decor, but I don't think that's important. I don't think that's gonna matter too much because it's gonna loop backwards anyways. Holy shit, I almost forgot how speaking works. God damn. Anyhow, I think that's gonna be nice. I think that's gonna be like a nice little thing. Gonna be just our thing. I don't even know how this is gonna work out or if this is gonna work out, but I have high hopes. One can dream, one can dream. Now, we do the glass part. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. I need to go like basically double because I do need to double this as well. But the corner is gonna be weird, Bill. You know, this is gonna have to go something like that, maybe. Okay. I'm just gonna do this. We'll see how this works out. I really don't know. I'm hoping for the best. Soon we shall have multiple stories on this building, and I'm gonna be happy about it. I don't know what kind of style I want to do on the roof. I wasn't planning on getting this far in this stream, but oh, did my glass disappear? No, I just stopped placing it. Okay, great. I wasn't planning on getting this far. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't plan on getting this far, but here we are. We are this far, so that's great news for me. Um, great, great. Got this. Oh, should we add some slabs like under the glass? Because I mean, we could add some like slabs maybe under. I guess that's not really important because no one is gonna be able to see it because there will never be anything inside this house. I'm not kidding. There will never be anything inside. There we go. And now we go backwards. And then after that, oh, wait, my glass is invisible. Wait, hold on. Where is it? There, I guess. Can you become glass again? What do I need to do to make you glass again? Can you just render in for the love of God? What do I need to do to render you in? Okay, I'm gonna fly this way. Hopefully this makes the glass render in. That's what I mean. It kind of lags the server a little bit. Okay, there we go. Now no one can see the glass. Let's see if that worked out for me. Still invisible. Okay. Not really too helpful. There we go. That became glass. Oh, there we go. We have our glass back. That's amazing. That's exactly what I was hoping to see. You know, I'm just like, this house is either gonna be amazing or this is gonna be the weirdest build I've probably ever made. I'm leaning on the weird. I'm highly leaning on the weird. I'm hoping for the weird, to be fair. In full honesty, I'm hoping for the weird. Because that would be awesome. By like accidentally making it interesting. That would be a dream come true, okay? I wanna make my buildings interesting. However, I don't always know how to scale up my builds. This is a good practice for it. Okay, now we do stairs. It's also good because now I don't have to like actually think what I'm doing, but I can just kind of randomly place all the blocks. And I don't really need to like do much think about it because I have already made the plan for what everything is gonna look like. So that's a big bonus. Big bonus. And also, it's quite relaxing to do this over and over again. I don't really know what about it is so incredibly relaxing to me, but somehow it is. Like therapeutic. You're just placing the block over and over again, hoping that it looks good. I don't know. Something about that just seems incredibly relaxing. Doop 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 doop. Huh. Then glass. Okay, so we're kinda last layer to go swooping in, which is kinda nice. We are doing it. We are doing it. The building is getting here, I think. Unless it's not, then that's not my fault. I tried. I tried really hard, and I got so far. Anyways, I think it's looking kind of nice. I still haven't seen how it looks so far, but I don't want to spoil it for myself. Like, I want to see it once the walls are, like, up, I don't want to spoil it. Like, I technically know how it's looking, right? Because I'm the one who built it, but, like, I don't want to spoil it too much. I want it to be like, surprise, this is what it looks like. But then what if it's a bad surprise? Like, what if it's a surprise you don't really want? I guess that could be a good thing to know about before. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about knowing what the building looks like before it's done, you know? I feel like it's one of those trust the process, but then what if the process made it look horrible, you know? Then you shouldn't be trusting too much on the process, you know, because it's making your building look ugly. But then again, it could also look awesome, and then I've spoiled it for myself, you know? I'm just seeing the silver lining, you know? Ooh, okay. So after I covered this up, I think starts the floor. Could be interesting. I don't even have all the walls. This is just to get to the third floor. Interesting. Interesting. I think I'm at the third floor now. Yes. Okay, so once I place this, starts the third floor, which is awesome. I genuinely didn't think that after I get this far, it's gonna get so easy to build. But I mean, I guess. However, it is a lot smaller from like the third floor and the second floor, so I mean, it's a lot less blocks to place. Also, I've kind of gotten used to placing this many blocks just over and over again at this point. I've done it so many times. The floor was painful. The most painful part was the floor, mainly because I needed to spin around like a little ballerina, and it made me very dizzy. The floor made me very dizzy, which is also why I'm not doing it on every single floor. It's gonna be just the first floor kind of thing. Oh, got that? Okay. We're actually not too far from like just starting to place the actual floors and the walls, which is kind of fun. Kind of fun and quirky and awesome and quirky and kind of fun. Kind of fun. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I am a fan of that idea of finally having the walls. Ooh, I just realized something. The roof is gonna be hectic. Gonna be hectic. I don't know what I want to do with it. I know I want to maybe do a dome, but not like a traditional dome, but like a chaotic dome, you know? I want to make it chaotically chaotic, but a little bit mushroomy, but like chaotic chaos. I feel like that description didn't make any sense. I mean, it would make sense. It makes sense in my head, which is all it does really need to do, in full fairness. It's like a chaotic mushroom, is what I'm going for. And I feel like I have like the right materials, but I'm not entirely sure how it's gonna work out, you know? Not entirely sure. I'm hoping it's looking awesome, but I have some fears that it might look a little awkward. I don't know yet. But I'm very proud how far we have gotten in this build. Nonetheless, I think we have done quite a nice job with this place. We're actually very close to being finished, kind of. Well, the floors are still a thing. But besides that, you know, it could be a lot further behind. I thought about maybe not making this building today. Because like I have been doing this building for so long. I think it's just the start, which is also very slow because you have to just place a billion blocks and to kind of design a little bit what you want to do. But after that is done, it does get a little easier because it's like just placing a block by block, which I mean, it can get a little boring occasionally. Yeah, it does get a little boring occasionally, but besides that, I think it's fine. It's not too bad. Oh, we do have still a lot of detailing to do. However, I do want to do the details after we have made the whole place actually just standing. All the floors, all the actual like stuff, everything done. That's when we started, not before. Not before everything is actually done. Hmm. Also, the roof needs to be done before we actually start doing any details as well, because I want to know how much I'm gonna be covering the walls with the actual ceiling. Ceiling is gonna be covering up a lot of things, so that's gonna be interesting. I should probably add the floor here. I'm gonna add a little trim for the floor at least, so I know how to make it, because the floor is gonna be very important anyways, so we might as well do this. I was thinking maybe adding this trim, which is not gonna be visible from third floor, maybe with like shroom lights. That way it could be like glowing a little bit from the inside to the second floor, but it's so high up, it's just gonna make things look weird and a little bit awkward, and maybe just like it's still gonna be very like mm, closed off, but it's gonna be just a little bit more glowy, and I don't know if I like that idea. This is gonna be just to map out the floor, so do not worry. I'm not gonna place all of the floor today, probably, unless I get bored and I'm like, I want to place floors. I doubt I will ever get that bored, but I mean, who knows? I've done weirder things in my life. Just decide out of boredom to place floors. I mean, I've heard weirder things. Okay, I want to spoil it a little bit. Ooh, ooh. Once we add like a lot of details, ooh, it's gonna be spicy. I want to add like blue details and stuff. Maybe even some like gray details. Ooh, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be so cool. Just a little like pops of color every here and there. I haven't seen it from the inside yet. Ooh, they have a lot of red on the interior, but you can't see any of the red from outside, which makes it so cool. It's so cool. I can already like see it, which is cool. It is very awesome. I am very happy about it. Very, very happy about it indeed. Indeed. Hopefully, hopefully, if we're very fancy, we can do like maybe blue slats. I don't know which blue yet. So that is something I need to still figure out. But I was thinking maybe blue details on the outside, because I just think that would, make sense the most. At least it makes like the most sense to me, which is like all you really need, if I may say so myself. Anyways, back to the point. And then maybe into interior, if we want to do like crazy interior designing and like stuff like that on inside, I guess we could do maybe like dark oak or spruce detailing. We have some spruce on the floors, right? We could do like spruce detailing, which I mean, I think would look kind of nice, but I don't know yet. I have not gotten that far yet. I'm still kind of figuring it out. Not entirely sure. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Eventually we'll get. But now it's fine. I think this was the last layer of glass, and then we add the chiseled and the mushroom, and then we are done with the walls at least. Oh right, we have still the stair, but besides that, I think then we have all the walls. 3 stories is all we need. I don't want bigger than 3 stories. I think that's already like a crazy amount of floors. But it's gonna be kind of nice. There's gonna be a lot of things that need to be detailed because it's very much a block still. But I mean, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Eventually, we'll be there. Eventually, we shall get there. It might take a while, but so does everything else. We're scaling everything up anyways. Everything about the building is getting scaled up, so I guess Only makes sense. Oh, hmm. Boop, 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 boop. I was genuinely not. I did not consider that we're gonna get these like walls up completely today, which is nice. It hasn't been too long, so technically we could maybe start designing a little bit of the floor if we want. Not the floor. I mean, the roof. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We could start thinking about the roof design a little bit. I have like a little bit of an idea what we could possibly maybe do with it. I am not sure though. I was thinking like maybe like blackstone and then mushroom like mixed, like we mix mushroom and we mix blackstone together like on the outside so it's very bright colors. But I was like, but then if we use mushroom on that, isn't that like a little bit like cheating, you know? Or do we create our own mushroom? Because we have done that, like glass ceiling. The mushroom, we have created like a mushroom glass ceiling. But is that gonna be like a shitload of work? Is like what I'm thinking. Like it's gonna be a lot of work, right? Is it if we are gonna make the mushroom top? It took us like an hour to make the smaller scale one. But if we want to make that in bigger scale, it's gonna be so much work. Because even the smaller scale, like mushroom glass roof, took quite a while. Took a quite a while because seeing glass when after it's like placed is very difficult. It is incredibly difficult task. So I am not entirely sure if we are up for it. I mean, technically, it's not gonna be like terrible, right? It's gonna be like somewhat challenging, I would say. It's gonna be a challenge, but is it gonna be a challenge that we're gonna be like completely no, you know? That I don't. Or we could just make the most classical mushroom roof, but I feel like that would be a little boring. I don't know. Or we could do like mushroom blackstone, like mixture. Now we have the walls. Ta-da! It is gigantic. We don't have the floors done yet. The floors haven't been set, but the place is looking gigantic. Ooh, I do love how sizably big this is. Like, look at that shit. That is gigantic. It's looking massive. However, we still need to place the floors and shit like that, so that's still big to do. I'm probably gonna just place a little bit of the floors. Why? Because I genuinely don't know what I want to do with this roof. I'm not sure what I want to do. Also, I do need to still make the entrance, so the entrance isn't fully done. It's just a little bit done. I wanted to wait until I have like all the floors done until I start doing the entrance. But now that we are here and we're gonna have to continue the staircase as well, I'm just kind of stalling. I'm just stalling a little bit. I'm stalling so I don't have to do it. I do need to place all the floors first though, so gonna be here for a while. How you guys doing? How you doing? How you been? What you been up to? Gonna be here for quite a while. Just gonna be like the walls, the first floor of walls. We're gonna be here for a while. Grab a drink, because this is gonna take quite some time. We're just gonna be placing the same block like over and over and over and over again. I guess I could do like some kind of wall design, roof design by using slabs. Dark oak slabs, thank you. I need those. Guess I could get rid of the face. I don't really need it. How many blocks? One, two, three, four, five. Okay, so one, two, three, 4, 5. And then after that, I guess we can do like some design, maybe a slabs. That way the roof looks a little bit dimensional. It's not just full block. It's not just a full block. I'm gonna go do 1, 2, 3 on that. Right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I'm gonna go do 3. Thinking maybe would 5 by 5 be better actually? Then it's like 5 and then 5. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Oh, that needs to be one bigger, right? Yes. Okay, that needs to be one bigger. Like this. There we go. I guess we'll do 4. We're gonna go that way anyway, so we might as well place 4. And then add the one going the other side as well. That way it's 4 by 5. Guess that could be nice. 4 by 5. Excuse me, floor. Thank you. There we go. And now we just place the slabs instead of a full block. The floor is gonna look completely the same, except now we're gonna have slabs. And I guess we could do like slabs couple times and then full blocks after that. That way we have like some kind of like a spiral looking thing. It looks like it has a little detail on the roof. The roof is just not a flat thing. I really would like to avoid making the ceiling completely flat, you know? Oop, there we go. A little extra detail, just a little bit. Nothing too crazy or like wild or anything like that. Just a little something, you know? A little spice, little spice. Is this the first or the second slabs? This is gonna be the second one. Okay, so 2 and then. Okay. I don't know where it's gonna be the second level. Where the second level is gonna start. So we're just gonna hope that we didn't go too far. Occasionally, every time we hit the corner, we just check. Did we do 2? Yes. Okay, so that's where that starts. Then we do the full block, I think, next. But we're gonna do corner slab and then the full. That's gonna make sense. Gonna look kind of fun. So slab and then full block. Ooh, it's gonna be fancy. It's gonna be fancy like that. We do fancy shit. There we go. Now we're gonna have this nice little decoration on the ceiling as well. So it's gonna be like fancy, you know? Fancy stuff. I'll show you guys what I mean. It's gonna look kind of fancy. I am going to show you what I mean. And that's a slab, yes. See, now we have like this little detail. Then we do corner full, and then we do another slab, and the rest of them are gonna be slabs. That way we have like a little extra detail. Little extra detail. It's also gonna look a little bit more interesting on the ceiling. Nah, I like adding a little something something. So it's not just like completely boring stuff. The ceilings can sometimes become boring, especially if there's like multiple stories. Is anyone ever gonna see that detail? No, most likely not. Will I ever bring it up after I place this? No, probably not. Is this probably the most useless thing to spend time on? Yes. Because no one is ever gonna see it, let's be real. It is fake. It's fake. No one is gonna see it. But at least it exists. No? At least it exists. Just a little quick tip if like you're building multi-story houses and you want to spice it up a little bit. Because these are full slabs, right? You can still place it stuff on top of it and still have like the block floating same way, but you have this like little interesting detail. The only thing, you can't add this to make it look like a full block. So this doesn't attach to this. So that's like the only thing you have to really think about when you use slabs as the ceiling. But it just gives it that like a little extra detail. At the top, you are never gonna find out if you use slabs or not. The second level, like in the level part, you're not gonna notice a difference from using full block or slab. And I always recommend using slabs because slabs don't cost as much as using just a full block. So that it's like so cost effective, cost effective if we're thinking about it like that. So use slabs. Unless you need something to hang from the ceiling, then you can use like spirals like we're using now. And then just maybe have like slabs every here and there, and then like full blocks every here and there, or something like that. It's a nice little detail. Is it noticeable detail? No, not necessarily, but it looks nice. You know it's there. And that's really all that matters. And every time you look at your ceiling, you're like, damn, I did that. Is it gonna be? Is anyone ever like anyone else ever gonna notice it? No, probably not. But you're gonna know that it's there. So you know, just saying, just saying, you're gonna know that it's there, and you're gonna thank yourself like, damn, I am so thankful I made an interesting ceiling. It's so much more interesting to look at because it's interesting. It's not boring. No. Okay, is that really gonna happen? I don't know, but I like to think that that's the case. Is it necessarily no, but it's a fun theory, you know. Also, a lot of like chandeliers look much more interesting if you have like slabs surrounding the actual chandelier start. That way, the chandelier kind of like hangs from the full block that you're gonna be placing. It gives it that like little mold feel, right? 'Cause every like ceiling light kind of looks like it's a little bit well hanging there. I don't know how to describe it in English, but it gives it that little like mold feel. I think it's a mold called in English. It has that like very interesting name. Ahem. Besides the point. Besides the point. It's gonna look a little bit more like that. It's gonna look like it's attached to the actual ceiling and not just attached to a floor, you know? That's how I see it. That's how I see it. Is it completely just how you see it? Yeah, 100%. But am I wrong though? No. I'm just saying it's something fun to think about. It can help with like designing ceilings and stuff like that. Especially if you have like a very tight spot, like if you're making a very small building, adding those details of just like a little bit trim and stuff like that can make a huge difference in the building. And if you're making a gigantic mansion like this, and you're like, what am I gonna do with this building to make it interesting? Because I have like, if I want to add like super minimal details, what am I gonna do with it? So it's not just like overbearingly like detailed. And I would say something like that could help quite a bit. Also, I need to light that place up because holy crap! Oh, well, I just threw all of them away. So that's oh, I'm gonna need the slabs. That's my bad. This is temporary lighting. I will fix the lighting system at some point, but at the moment, I just would like to see what is inside this house. I forgot that adding the ceiling is gonna make everything dark on the inside. Occasionally, I have the greatest memory of all time. Go. of lights. Nice, nice, nice. Make things glow, make things glow. Nice, nice, nice. Nice. Fun, fun, fun. No more darkness. Thank you. Appreciate it. Don't need darkness. Even though darkness is nice, I don't want it in my house. I wish not to have dark house. On the inside, at least on the lighting side, everything else can look spooky, but not the lighting. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate this. Oh, wait, I'm stuck. Keep forgetting that I'm adding floors. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna leave everything else open because I don't know where I'm gonna add the floors to yet. Actually, I do. I should probably just put the slabs on. I need to just remember to not forget that I still have not done the third floor. If I forget that I have 3 stories in this house, please tell me. I might, because I don't have the stairs going up yet. I might just forget that this space even exists. And then there's no, you know, floors going up. Staircase. That's the word. Staircase going up. God damn, words are hard. Um, it's possible. It's very possible because I am very good at forgetting things. It's my special skill. It's my skill. I forget things very easily. But I'm very good at forgetting. Well, so it's a skill. It's a skill issue. I'm just gonna add more because I'm gonna add a roof, and I really would like to see inside. No, I enjoy seeing things. I know it's crazy. I enjoy the lights. I know it's a crazy thing, but I do enjoy the lights. I want to make like spooky lights for this mansion, but I don't know if I have the patience of making this house and actually livable. I'm not gonna lie. I really don't know if I have the patience with that. Because it's gonna be a lot of bookshelves. I'm just saying, it's gonna be a lot of bookshelves. Because I don't know if I have the patience to actually make this thing work. Uh, just saying. The only bad thing about adding the floor now is the fact that I can't just go through the roof to get to where I need to be. Okay, it's very dark inside. Very dark inside. I need some lights. This place needs a little bit more lights. It's a very uniquely dark spot. I guess the ceiling does quite a bit, so I don't blame it. There we go. Guess I could add some lights under this thing. Maybe round a little bit. Quite dark, indeed. It's very dark, and I don't like how it's so dark. I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy the darkness. I mean, occasionally I do, but not in this context, okay? Not in this context. Not this much. Not this much. This is too dark. Too unlit. Need more lights. That okay, I can live with that. We have a lot of lights going on. See how much nicer that looks? It looks like it's a little molding. That's nice. I do enjoy that. Now, I can't add slabs on the second floor, which is kind of saddening, not gonna lie. But it will be too much things. It will be too much. So this is gonna be just the full block. I know, boring. Oh wait, no. I'm going the wrong way. I'm going to the wrong place. Hold on. That needs to be like something like that, maybe. I was doing the trim here, but I think we need a little bit of a trim. Just something to kind of showcase that this is the lookout spot for the mushroom cow, just to make it like a lookout spot. I need probably more lights. I'm not gonna lie. It's looking like I might need some more lights. It's looking like more lights is in need. Indeed. We just placed it, but at least the lookout is gonna look fantastic. I think I will use the same azalea that I used on the staircase to kind of bring in the actual base a little bit more. Go, and then did that do it? Don't know. I need to do it so I can see that turns. Did that do it? Yes, I think. Yes. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Now that brings that all together. Yes, nice. And then we just need it on this side as well. So let's see. From here, did that turn it? I think so. I think it worked. And then we go this way. Oh no, I turned them the other way around. Not on purpose. Not on purpose. There we go. My bad. Sorry about that. I fixed it. Ta-da. Now we turn these. The turns are the difficult part, I would say. The turns are definitely the difficult part. The rest of it is like somewhat manageable. But the turns definitely make it difficult to see what I'm doing. God damn it. I need more lights. I can't see shit. I'm not gonna lie. And also, it doesn't hurt to have more lights, you know? No, I can't live with this. This. I need more lights. Holy shit, my mind can't handle this. I can't do it. I need more lights. I need this place to be brighter than the sun. I can't do it. It's just, I can't do it. I need it to be brighter. There we go. Okay, my anxiety level just went off the roof. It's flying somewhere over there. I can't handle it. I don't like the darkness. I don't like dark spaces. They are spooky. I genuinely get anxious whenever I'm in a dark space, so I can't deal with it. I can't deal with the darkness. I just can't. Ooh, first try on this time. Aha, first try. E. I am so good at building. Holy shit. A little a little pat on the back, you know? A little pat on my own back. That's funsies. Anyhow, so now we're gonna place this bad boy. I think I will tear parts down. Maybe just so it's a little bit more cohesive. The whole space. Ow. A little bit more cohesiveness. And also it takes a little bit less space. That's nice too. And then two. And then we go this way. Oh, that doesn't have two. That's a little bit problematic. No, well, yes, it's fine. Oh, I went too far. Way too far. Way too far with that one. There we go. See, that's looking so much nicer already. Looking like we have some differences in the levels. They are not just, existing. Because they have been a little bit just existing for a while. That's the point though. Doesn't that kind of look nice? I know I have like these walls here, but I don't think the walls are gonna look too nice on this. But I think that looks kind of fire. And then we should probably use like maybe trapdoors to kind of break off the leveling a little bit. Maybe up there. That way it doesn't look so blocky. Breaks it off nicely. And it gives it that balcony look a little bit more. It's more convincing as a balcony. Oop. Excuse me. You need to be that way as well. Okay. And then this, I'm gonna do that so I can place them fast. I need to go backwards, probably place some of them. Again. Yeah. I broke most of them and made them worst. I tried though. I was like, I can speedrun this. Guess you can't really speedrun building. Lesson learned. Can't you can't speedrun building. It doesn't work that way. I guess that's not a thing. You know, speedrunning a building doesn't make it look better. There we go. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. Am I still gonna do it? Probably yes. Most likely. Let's be honest. It's just faster that way. I could do something like that. That looks weird. Okay, hold on. I have a solution, and it also is gonna make me so much more happier because I'm gonna have more lights. Ta-da! I know. It's a crazy, crazy detail. You know. Oh my gosh, the crowd goes crazy! Yay! So fun, so fun. Apparently I fucked shit up over here as well. That's great news for me. But it's not that bad. That looks kind of nice. I feel like the top part needs something still. Is it just me or does the top part need something? If I add this, will this be the solution I was hoping for? Or is this gonna look weird? You know? I just feel like the top part just is missing something, you know? I added them fast. I did not learn from my previous mistakes. I've decided to make my same mistake again. I did not learn from my first mistake, you know? Why learn from the first time when you can do it a million times more, you know? There we go. Got that. I mean, it wasn't too bad. Okay, that makes it look so much better. And also, it doesn't look like anything can spawn on it, which is like a double bonus, you know? I would say that's like an extra. Nothing can. Well, I don't think anything can spawn on leaves either, so we would be good on that as well. But just in case anything decides to spawn in, I don't really know what that would be. But hey, I'm prepared. I'm prepared. I don't think anything can spawn, but you can never be too sure. I guess it's safety first, I suppose. I'm just gonna fill in this floor. It's gonna bother me that I left a little spot on the floor. Like, it's gonna bother me so much if I don't just fill it in now. I'm gonna be so much happier once I'm done with the floor and I can actually move on to the roof and be done with the roof and have a nice ceiling and have a nice house that I can start detailing. And that's gonna be awesome and that's gonna be cool. And I'm gonna be happy about it. And then I'm gonna have a mansion that I don't need to build anymore. And that's gonna be fun because it's gonna be done. And that's gonna be awesome. Thank you. Thank you. I know. I know. That I am very much hoping that happens soon enough. You know, I think this is like part 4 already for this building itself. Because the fountain took like a whole like part itself. Why? Because I was struggling with it. I don't question it. I was struggling with it. I don't think I would have been able to actually build that fountain unless I had some help. Because you know, math is not my strength. Let's just say it that way. Math ain't my strength. You know, there's many things that I can do, and math is not one of them. Math is not one of them, you know? Everyone has their own strength, and mine is not math. So, we can probably see it from the building itself. I kind of made it little crooked because, I think it's like one block in some direction, a little bit in the wrong direction. Uh, because the math was not mathing, you know? That happens very strongly. It's also why I don't like doing bigger buildings, because they take a lot of math. And I'm really bad at it. It's like bigger buildings, you have to kind of like map out and like do the math a little bit. When you're doing like a big building, you're like, you probably need to do a little bit of math, you know? You just kind of do. Because otherwise, your house is gonna be crooked like mine, you know? It can happen, and it will probably happen, let's be real. But hey, I made it through it with some help of calculators and also everyone else. Cause yeah, I don't think I can do math. It's just not happening. I can build without any math. You know, that's how I do. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Undecided. Undecided. Haven't yet decided whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. So, well, we're just gonna say that it's a very interesting decision. You know, we're just gonna call it interesting design, which is definitely not, definitely on purpose. Thank you. It's 100% definitely on purpose that way, and not because I don't know how to do math. Thank you. Thank you. Now I need lights. Holy shit, this is a very dark second floor. Okay, a little bit more lights. Thank you. Like a lot more lights. I know this is like a spooky castle, but like we don't have to go this little lights, you know? I feel like I went a little wild with the lights. Besides the point, I don't think they are so basically. I used a lot of lights. This place is like very lit up. I don't like the spooky feel of this place, but then again, it's a spooky house. It's supposed to be spooky, but like cool. It's like a spooky, but like cute. It's like a cute spooky thing, but spooky. And I don't know how that works out. But besides the point, besides what we were talking about before, huh? Also, once this is done, I just realized once I have placed this floor, technically we don't need to do anything on the interior. Then we have only the ceiling and the entrance. And I do think those I will do like next time. The entrance and also the ceiling. I don't think I will start the ceiling today. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I will do that. Because that's gonna take a long time. It's gonna take a lot of like thinking power. And I feel like my brain is not really ready to think. It's gonna acquire brain. And I don't have that, so I might need to borrow someone else's. I will just, borrow someone else's brains for a bit. You know? That sounds about right. Hmm? Yep, yep. The amount of math I will need to do is not okay, okay? I can't do it. It's too much math. And also the fact that it's gonna be crooked if I don't do the math is not okay. And the amount of blocks we're gonna have to place to me to see later that it's crooked is not okay. It's not okay. I'm not doing it. Which means we need to do math before so I don't cry myself to sleep when I'm done with the building, you know? I'm just saying, I might cry myself to sleep if I don't do the math before. And unable to do the math, I will need someone else to do it. I mean, I will tell them what I will need someone to do the math for me, you know. I will borrow someone else's brain for the math. Why? Because I don't know how to do it, you know. Anyhow, that will be next time. Once I borrowed someone's brain to do the math, because I don't know how to do it. I don't know. I don't want to cry. And it feels like if I start to do the math myself, I feel like I'm gonna cry. I have cried already, like twice, when I've been building mansions. You know, I don't know if I want to cry more. Just saying. I did cry once already, like making this building as well, so I'm not in a mood to cry today, which is why I'm placing the floor. I really don't feel like crying right now. I can cry later. I can cry next time when we're building. Just saying, I can cry later, or just borrow someone else's brain for a bit. You know, that sounds scary, but it is quite a lot less scary than what it sounds like. I mean, it sounds a little scary because you know. Anyways, besides the point though, how oh dark? I need more lights. I can't deal with it. It's too spooky for me. I don't like the spook. I don't like the spook. Very spooky. I don't like it. Thank you. I know. I made the house on purpose spooky, but I mean it can be a little less spooky while I'm building. I mean I made the house purposely spooky, which is now biting me in the ass. Which I kinda to be fair, I kinda called it already when I was like starting the building. And we were like, should we make this like a spooky house or should we make it cute? I already then knew that if I make this spooky, I'm gonna be scared to build here, which I mean less than ideal. Just saying, just saying. But now we have the floor. As you can see, this is kind of what I was had in mind. So we have like this little walkway here, which is nothing. I will probably like maybe like bookshelves and like seats here, but it's just a walkway. Just so you can see like all over this place. And I think the floor, the third floor is gonna probably be from here to up, and then we like kind of spiral it that way. I think that's the best we have. And then that's the front. And here we are from the outside. How it's looking so far. I think it's looking really cool because you can see the like mushroom cow's head really like quite nicely from this angle. Like you can see the mushroom cow from the entrance like completely, which is kind of what I was hoping for, right? It's getting along quite nicely. And then once we have like the ceiling and everything, it's gonna be chef's kiss, you know? It's gonna be beautiful. Now, entrance is what we are missing. I'm thinking I could do the entrance today, but it has been an hour and 35. And this is gonna take a while when we build this. Should we do it today? I mean, it's gonna take a while because the entrance is like the main focal point, right? Because everything else is like less flashy. And this needs to be like, bam, entrance, you know? We want this entrance to be screaming. That's what we need. We need like an entrance that screams this way, which is I don't know what to do with it. I just know what I want. I just don't know how I want, you know? I know exactly what I want. Execution wise, still looking. I'm kind of thinking like maybe basalt on the outside. It's called basalt. It's that's a weird name. I'm sorry, but I don't know why it's called result. And I think I will do. Oh, hold on, wrong way. This way. I will probably go like up and then over with something else, like over this with something else. I think that will look awesome. And then of course we need the entryway. Anyways, we need like a little. What is it called? The little thing which has like this. I don't know what it's called. I genuinely forgot the English word for it. Hmm, that's the point. I don't know what it's called in English. Just usually always call it the entrance, but I don't think that's the English name for it. I just call it the entrance, but I don't think that's what the real name is. Ooh, spooky. And then we do something like this. Here we go. I want to do an L. We're gonna do an L. I guess it's not much of an L. It's gonna be like an L. I want this. Then we're gonna go. I mean, it's not as much of an L, I would say, probably. I mean, it does look a little bit like I don't know, like a B or a P more than an L. Besides the point. Besides what we were doing, not exactly what we were up to anyway. So anyway, back to what we were making. I think this should actually maybe go this way more. I'm just saying, maybe we'll go like that, and then we do like this. I want the entrance to not make any fucking sense. Like I don't want this to make any sense to this building, and I think that's too round. I want this to be like I don't want this to make any sense. When you're looking at the house, I don't want it to make sense. That makes sense. I feel like that didn't make any sense. But then again, does anything I ever say make any sense? Ooh, I like that. I like that. We're gonna do this. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love the idea. Gonna do it. Doink. Now we just need to fill the floor. I will probably. Ow. That hurt. Sorry about that. I will probably do like a little fountain in here on the entrance as well, because I feel like that's fancy. And we need some fancy. Ooh, there we go. Okay. That's much better. Now we need slabs. Should we do this under? I feel like that could be a little boring, right? I mean, it does look kind of nice and different from everything else we have. I mean, it's the same as we have on the inside, but does that really matter? Ooh, wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, but that's gonna look weird. No, no. This is fine. This is fine. We'll do this. And then we add maybe flowers on top of the basalt, maybe? Or we make it a little bit smaller and it's gonna be here. Right? Ooh, that could be fancy. And maybe we'll use like the death bush. I don't know what it's called really. Mangrove roots. Not a bush. It's a the mangrove thing. And this is gonna be light. So let's tear this down. This is gonna be where the mangrove is, but this is also gonna be where the light is. So we're tearing it down. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know what type of light I want to use. I don't know if I want to use the shroom light. I feel like the shroom light is boring. Glow light? Do we have like a frog light? Where is the frog light? I feel like the frog light would probably work the best, maybe? It's like a dim light, which, in my understanding, the frog lights are what the fuck is that? Hold the judgment. What the fuck is this? What the fuck are you? You look fucking weird. What do you even like do? Your pitcher plant? The fuck? Okay, cool. I did not know that was a thing. Besides the point. Anyways, back into what I was making. Where's the frog lights? Because frog lights are dimmer lights. What the fuck are these? Your pod. There is so many fucking weird shit. There's some weird shit I didn't know existed, okay? You don't need to talk about it. Where's the damn frog lights? There it is. Okay. I think green will look the best. Let's ignore the weird shit. Okay? We ignore what happened. We completely ignore what that was. Hold on, that's wait, no, it needs to be like that. Okay. And then this on top. There we go. It is a very bright light, nonetheless. Oh, I'm going too far. How are you gonna enter the house? Good question. You're not going to. No, I'm kidding. I'm still making the entrance. From this block all the way to this block over here. Good, good. And that's gonna get changed. I just got rid of the floor. Great news, everyone. I fucked up blocks that I'm using. Great news, everyone. There we go. I think that's how we want that. Well, that's a nice entrance. Excuse me, you can fuck off right now. I don't need you anymore. I know you're the center point, but I don't need you. I kind of like it. It's something. I mean, this is still not fully done, obviously, because there's still details that need to be changed. I think walls are the next thing we're gonna use. Ahem. Now, I do not want to use the black stone, but I do think this is gonna be maybe fancy as hell. And I kind of love fancy, if that hasn't been quite obvious yet to anyone else. I love fancy shit. There we go. And then we do. Whatever this is, there's. Thank you. Thank you. I am so good at this. Thank you. Thank you. I know. I'm excellent. There we go. Something like that, maybe. Ooh, or should they be like right side up? I mean, these guys could be. They could go something like this too. I don't hate it. In a weird way, I don't hate it necessarily. Like, I full on don't like despise it. But am I like a big fan? No. Something about this doesn't make any sense to me. Like something is odd about it, you know? And I can't put my finger on it. I could do something like that. That kind of looks like it works. Mm-hmm. Yep, that looks something. Like something. You're welcome. I don't know what it looks like, but it looks like something. Ooh, okay. I'm a fan of that idea. And then we need some fences. And I think we use dark oak. So we have dark oak inside, and I think this is gonna bring the whole building together quite nicely. And then we're gonna add some trapdoors, dark oak doors as well. Ooh, okay, okay. And then if we add the trapdoors, the dark oak ones, too. What can I get rid of? That I don't think I need that. Then we do. Oh wait, no, that's not the trapdoor. Wrong thing. Wrong thing, eh? I mean, it looks kind of fun. I think something like this could work, actually, if we do something like this. And then maybe hang lights. We're just gonna hang them. I think that's gonna look kind of fancy. I can get rid of the mangrove, I think. And then we do something like this, maybe, from that. And then I feel like this should hang lower than what that is. And we could add amethyst at the top. Well, because they changed it back so you could add amethyst at the top of the fences, and I'm very happy. Because there was a moment when you couldn't add amethyst on top of the fences. Like you could at the first update, you could do this, but then at one update it went away, so you couldn't. Oh, I guess they changed it again. Because now you can't add the amethyst at the top. But the last update, you could. I'm very confused. Are they gonna keep the amethyst so you can add it on top? Or without it? Because they're changing it quite fast. I don't like how fast they are changing it. It would be a lot nicer if they just like changed it one way and then kept it that way, you know? I don't hate that. I don't love this. Not loving this. I like this idea, but I don't love the cobwebs. Maybe something like this could work better. Think that's kind of cool. I am into this idea. That looks kind of nice. That looks kind of nice. Then maybe something at. Oh wait, no, wrong place. Maybe here as well. Yes. Okay. I am totally okay with this. I like it. It's a little bit different. And then I guess we could have like boring closed fences outside, I suppose. Like I don't really know what this is gonna be stopping because you can go literally over this. But I mean, I guess it gives it like a little bit, privacy. Let's add a couple teeth as well. One wood. I think I will use blue on this. Push me, I need the slabberinos. Thank you. I need some slabs. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Always, always happy to work with you. I need crouch so I can add it from here. There we go. Ooh, that's fancy. I love how it's like very like bright color compared to everything else. Ooh, that's actually kind of fancy. I do love that. And then I will do the barrel thing over here. We'll do the traditional barrel. Traditional barrel seat over yonders. There we go. Got this. And then on top we do. Hold on, I need to crouch. Hold on. I need to go crouching all over the place. You the traditional barrels. Not too shabby. I ain't hating it. I do gotta enjoy this. Ooh, I have an idea. Now, I'm not entirely sure what this will look like or if I will even like it at all. But I'm thinking, I'm using my brain power. Is that good or bad thing? Undecided. Undecided. Occasionally it's a good thing, occasionally it's a bad thing, Depends on how you use your brain power, I suppose. Oh, the mangrove. Mangrove proof fruit. Thank you. There we go. We put one higher here. And then from that, we do that part. And from here, we do that. And then this. Oh, I could do that as a mangrove as well. I think this will look kind of nice. I just need to not fly while I'm placing this. The only bad thing about, you know, having this kind of style is that it works against itself occasionally. I mean, it looks nice, don't get me wrong. How would this look like? I need to crouch once again. No, wrong side, wrong side, on that side. What if I add this from here? How would no, that looks weird. That corner looks so incredibly weird. Feel like that's then too much. That, however, could work. I kinda don't hate it. What if we do something like that? I'm into it. I'm into this idea. I do need the frog lights, however. I kind of fucked up the frog light situation. Because that's gonna be a frog light and then a mango. I actually kind of like how this is a little bit more enclosed, and I think I will do it to this side, but not all the way like that side is. No, I might leave this like just for this corner, so it's open from like from the corners, so it's a little bit less closed off on this side, but still has that nice like closed off feeling. So something like that. Maybe we'll add like one on this side, like that maybe. No, but that looks now it's still hanging there. What about this? That's actually kind of nice. That's kind of nice. I could do it like for here as well. No, just to close it off a little bit. Push me. I need to crouch. Wait, hold on. I can't add it here. Oh, because it's hanging. Right. I need to hang it from the hanging spot. I could do this, and then maybe do something like this. I actually kind of like how there's a little spot over here that is just empty and it doesn't have any of that. I kind of like that idea. Do I like it like if we have this completely? Okay, that's much better. And then this is more closed off, so you can like hang out a little bit nicer there. Yeah, okay, I like that entrance. I am liking this. I'm not entirely sure if this is necessary because anyone can just walk over it. I don't know if that's necessary. I feel like it's a little unnecessary to have that. um, I do enjoy this though. It looks nice. Looks quite nice. Uh, do I want something else here? We don't have too many, well, decorative items. That's for sure. Um, we do have the new pods and stuff. We could use these to add a little bit more, you know, greenery and stuff. We don't have dead mangrove all over the place already, you know? Definitely not. Definitely not. Uh, yep. Ooh, I don't have any heads yet. However, there hasn't really been any way to add heads, but I do love heads. I always, always up for more heads. Always up for adding heads. That is the best part about building. Being able to add insane amount of heads. The amount of heads I love adding to every build that I make is should be illegal, honestly. Ooh, fancy. We have any different heads. What the hell? Wait. This is a thing? Okay, I guess that kinda works. Oh, I broke it. Hold on. Mangrove roots, where are they? Where are thou? There we go. Okay, cool. I like my heads. I have not seen this head. I don't know if it the style wise I like it too much with this building, but I guess that's cool for other builds we do. It's always nice to have more heads, you know. You can never have too many heads. However, I do love my skeleton skulls, you know, with their skeletons just no. I love them as my decoration and they will always be my number one. No. You can't beat them. There's still no better decorative head. Like surprise! Scary. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. There we go. Now we have a little bit more pink. Is it supposed to be here? No, but I love the pink, so deal with it. We're gonna just have to deal with it. Excuse me, I didn't want that. I wanted to get rid of all of this shit in my inventory. Thank you. Hmm. The entrance is looking kind of nice as well. I like it. Now I can get rid of this. I don't think we need the palette anymore because, we have the walls. The next palette we need to do is the ceiling. But that's a whole new different thing. That's a new ball game. Completely. Just saying. Ooh. You know what we could add? Which I haven't been using too much is vines. We could do in between the vines. And I think that could look kind of fancy. I'm not gonna lie. It would look maybe a little fancy. Okay, I'm thinking in between we do like barrels maybe. Oh, I forgot how fucking painful barrels are. I keep forgetting how painful they are to build with. Here we go. No. No. Need to go higher, I guess. Nope. Wrong spot. You. You. Wrong spot. Nope. Please set it there. No. Guess not. Aha. Got it. I need to do it from this side as well. I guess I could go up. No. Pain and suffering. Why are you doing this to me? Pain and suffering. God damn it. I need you to go up. I need you to go up. No. I guess you could come down. Downward. That's one way to do it. Okay. Come down here. There we go. And then why don't we add something else in between and then we do the clove vines. So it's kind of like a door, but it's a vine door, I suppose. We could do that. I think that could look nice. Also, it gives a little bit light, so that's also a nice little thing. Because there can never be too much light. I'm just saying. It's the truth. It is 100% the truth. Okay, I need the vines. I don't see the vines, which is less than ideal when you're trying to find them. Where are they? There cannot be this many new items that I can't find shit. To be fair, before there was this many shit, I still couldn't find anything. So it's not a new thing that I can't find shit. I never find anything. Everything I'm looking is always lost. I'm not gonna lie. At least I have the bone meal for it. Okay. If I was a glowy vine, where would I be? If I was a vine trying to hide in a plain sight, where would I go? What would I do? Haha. Thank you. Alright, the block that I was looking for. I think it should be something like this maybe? Spruce? Question mark? Oh, but it needs to be a full block, because you can't put vines on half blocks, like all or stairs, unless they are upside down. And I could do upside down. However, I don't want to. So we're gonna use a full block, because I don't know. I am stubborn. Thank you. And I love being stubborn. So I'm just gonna keep being stubborn. What about amethyst? Will this be a little bit odd? I feel like that's a little bit odd, you know? I could have chosen anything, but I chose, the odd one. Maybe just a full, like, spruce. I feel like that's less odd. If that makes more sense. And then we could do, like, spruce at the bottom. Yeah, and then we're gonna have the mushroom thing here anyway, because we need triple. We need to triple this anyway, so we could do something like that. And then layer that. Yeah, okay, that kind of works. I'm not mad about that. However, I do need to crouch under. So that's gonna inquire me to go underground, which is less than ideal occasionally. Less than ideal occasionally. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Can I crouch? Ooh. Oh no, so close. Okay, hold on. If I crouch, get. Ooh, okay, I think I got it. Now I just need to be very careful when I place this. Aha. Let's make this glow. Glow, 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 my beautiful little thing. Glow, glow. Give me light. I love it. And also, it kind of distracts your eye, but doesn't like completely take the eyes away. But it kind of distracts you a little bit. But you can still see like the cow completely. If you're here, you can still see the cow, which is good. And then you come in and you're like, whoa. That's kind of what we were going for. Now, the entrance from the inside, though. That is the next thing we need to do. And I don't know what I want to do. That is the thing. I don't want to know. Do not know. The outside was easier because it's like basil works really nicely with blackstone. I have no idea what's gonna work best with the mushroom. I did not think this far ahead. I could have, and I probably should have, but I didn't. So that's a problem for now me figure out. Maybe something like copper, and then we do maybe what would look good? What would look good? We could use walls. We used walls before, but they were outer side. Yeah. Hmm. 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 Uh-huh. Maybe red nether brick. Probably that could work. I've seen crazier ideas. Maybe nether brick. And like on this one, like that maybe. I mean, the color palette isn't the craziest, you know. This isn't the like the most wildest color palette in the world. We could do something like that maybe. Oh, that could work. I mean, it's good. No, I don't hate it. In a weird way, I don't hate it. And then what if we do nether bricks? We do it like this way, kind of like we have on the outside as well. Something like this. Because we have similar design on the outside, right? Yes. But we also have the wall. Okay, hold on. I need to go here. Oh, I went too close. I see. Guess I could break that and then do this. But with the copper. Oh, I see why it looked so smooth. I see now. I see now. Okay. So that all needs to move back a little bit. Same with that. Same with that. Same with that. And then that is where the nether brick actually starts. I see the issue now. Also, I think it's 1 too low. Yes. Okay, it's 1 too low as well. So let's tighten it up by 1. Just so we can hide a little bit better the in between, you know? There. I guess that works a little bit nicer. I guess that works a little. I broke the thread. Hold on, everyone. I'm breaking shit. There we go. Now we remove this. Go. Remove this. And add it instead. Oh, right. I need to remove this as well. My bad. Hold on. And that one. And that needs to be red. Right. Okay. I think that's right. I and then this, and this, and this, and that, and then the walls. Aha! Now it makes a little bit more sense. It makes a little bit more sense why it wasn't completely, in the same spot. Yep. Makes more sense. Okay, what else can we add? Oh, wait. That's a full block. Oh, that goes full down. Oh, and a full up. Oh, okay, that makes sense. And then this is like that. Oh, I see. I see what's happening. I want to copy the other one, to be fair. And now we add something. Ah, then we have this go something like full beyond. Okay, so that's up. That's up, and then that goes like this. So hold on a minute. This is upside down. This goes like this, and that, and then that's upside down, right? Question mark. Questioning life's decisions. Yes, and then this is Eureka. I now it's looking symmetrical. Aha, symmetrical. I did it. I did it. I made it symmetrical. Awesome. We could do something like this. Close. I don't want the trapdoors in this side. Ooh, it's looking fancy. Fancy. I guess if we want to add the trapdoors, we could do something like this. The mangrove is close enough, I think. Yeah, close enough. Close enough. And then we do this, and on that, and on that, and on that. And then we just need the lanterns. And also the chains, obviously. 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 There we go. One for that. And then we hang a couple from here. Ta-da! Entrance from inside is done as well. We are so good. We're so good at this shit. Ta-da! Entrance from inside and outside is done. So now we can go outside. This is what the entrance looks from the outside. And also the walls are done, which is great news. We also have the entrance, which is completely done. And now we have also the entrance on the inside. You can see from the entrance the full cow, which is amazing because you can like just you're walking and you're like, whoa, you know? That's what we're going for. We do have second floor completely placed and the third floor. You can't really get to it yet because we don't have the staircase there. That's still a working process. We need to do that next time. And also the ceiling needs to be still done. So that's also for next time. But we do have the third floor here as well. You just don't have the entrance for it yet because we haven't done the stairs. But that's gonna be next time. For sure. However, I do love how this is looking so far. Plus, we have like utilized some of the new stuff as well. We incorporated that into the building. We still have detailing to do. You need to detail that side and that side. All of it needs to be detailed. How is it looking from above? How is it gonna look from above? I want like a straight up above view. Ooh. It does have like that a little bit like a weird look to it. I do, however, love it. I do love how it's looking. It's quite nice. It's quite nice. Ceiling is of course gonna do a lot because it's gonna go even higher up. Because obviously the ceiling is going upwards. That's for the next time. And also making details That's gonna be probably one stream on its own. That's gonna take us at the least 2 to 3 hours, at least. Probably 4, might take 6. I'm not gonna lie, detailing this place is gonna take shitload of time. The roof is gonna be at least 6 hours, maybe 12, depending on how detailed we want to go. And then second staircase is gonna be probably 4 hours, maybe. There's still a lot of things that need to be done, but it's. I mean, we are in quite nice shape because we have all the like walls done now. Just detailing, roofing, uh, decorating, obviously. The one more spiral staircase, and I think after that it's actually kind of done. I don't know if I'm gonna do interior design, but then after details and stuff like that, it should be done. We do have a couple like buildings already in this tiny village we have going on. So that's over there. That is the mushroom village. This is the mushroom village, but ghost version of it. So yeah, we have a couple buildings over here, and this is the biggest building that is gonna ever exist in this place. Are we probably gonna take a break from this gigantic building? Yes. This movie we might finish probably like later. 'Cause, like as I said, this is the only gigantic building that this place is gonna have. So we could do like small buildings next. But as you can see, the village is quite empty still. It's quite empty. We just have one gigantic mansion and a couple of small buildings. But there's gonna be a lot more small buildings as well, so hold on tight for that one. We might take a little break from building this, depends. If I get bored, I could basically just leave this for a while and then finish it right before we finish the whole place. But we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Next time, definitely we're building another small house because, ooh, this was a lot of work. This was a lot of work. I am not mentally prepared to be building this next time. However, that was all for today's episode. We will play some minigames for those who are watching live on Twitch. We will switch to minigames because I am not. I don't want to build anymore. But yeah, thank you for those who are watching from YouTube, and we'll switch games. But yeah, see you on the next episode. Bye, YouTube. Bye.